Matches they can exploit.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth. Watson trying to lay one up deep. And that is going to be incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. 50. I got you. Christian, travel.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. It's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for 1st. Here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Gary and Conley the one to bring him down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Ready to break. Recon, 132 fighter.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
60 outlaw.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Go now. 8 read.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Sponge. No.
Protein spill.
Fresno.
Now.
Go.
They find some open field here. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
80 weapon. Ready.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Ready.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, exit.
Mike 50. I got it.
Look at me. Zipper.
He's the mark. Here we go, D. Here I come.
2nd and 10. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Draw play. Cohen. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Watson on 3rd down. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They're going for it. It's Watson. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
He's not going to get me.
Watson now. Going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Push him back. Push him back.
3rd and long. It's Watson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Bengals drive about to get going. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I think I might have them a little bit off off balance, I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Going deep downfield for that's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Ready up. Six. Pull it high. SOS.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, zoom.
2nd and 6. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Losas's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
At the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's see what you got.
They'll look to throw here. He finds Hopkins complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Okay, ready?
55. Hey, eat. Come on, watch one. Alert flare.
61, match box 5.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's scared. Switch. Deuce.
Bam. Ready?
They'll run here with Mixon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beat. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Ready, ready.
Hey, 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check safety, check safety.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hit it.
On second down now, Mixon. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. 12 yards that time at a Cincinnati first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Get it.
2nd and 9 now. To Mixon on the check down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 39 yards there. A big one.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Tighten up, tighten up.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check 49, check 49. Undercrush, undercrush.
Hard, hard. Right up.
Mixon will try the right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Hey! General West. Hey, Sam off.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got a man open. It's Ross. They have certainly looked his way in this 3rd quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Another try for Mixon. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Back, go out. Look, squeeze.
Here's Mixon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will make our score 9-0. Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you're still in this game. Yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. On 2nd and 12, Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. He's at the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TV.
91.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Here's Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Watson down to throw. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. Uncorks one for Davis. And this is taken in at the 5. A huge play there for Houston. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Watson steps away to his left. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 and about the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
On the ready.
Check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Yeah. Hey.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back to Mixon on 1st down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.